What if I told you that the real reason you're losing muscle has almost nothing to do with how much chicken you eat? You've been told to lift weights, you've been told to drink protein shakes, and yes, those matter. But here is the truth: the mainstream conversation about sarcopenia is hiding from you. If the vegetables on your plate are wrong, the protein you eat never reaches your muscles. I'm Dr. William Smith, physician, researcher, New York Times best-selling author, and today I'm ranking the 5 most powerful vegetables to reverse muscle loss after 60, from powerful to extraordinary. The vegetable at number 1? It's not spinach, it's not kale, it's the one most of you have been throwing in the trash your entire lives. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, your dinner plate will never look the same. First, let's define the enemy.
Sarcopenia is the medical term for age-related muscle loss. It affects 45% of adults over 80, but it starts its measurable decline as early as your mid-50s. Here is the study that changed how I practice medicine.
Researchers at the John Mayer USDA Human Nutrition Research Center on Aging at Tufts University followed 2,600 adults between 60 and 78 years old for 5 years. The finding was staggering. Those in the highest quartile of vegetable consumption had 31% less muscle loss and 27% better grip strength compared to the lowest quartile. 31% less muscle loss. That is not a marginal number. That is the difference between walking unassisted and reaching for a walker. Let's get into the 5 vegetables. We start at number 5. Number 5 is beetroot. Most people think beets are just for heart health, but here is what they do for muscles specifically. Beetroot is one of the richest dietary sources of inorganic nitrate.
Your body converts that nitrate into nitric oxide, the molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen. Think of nitric oxide as the construction crew that expands the highway your blood travels on to reach your muscles. After age 70, your natural nitric oxide production drops by 50%. Even the best protein gets stuck in traffic before it ever reaches your muscle tissue. The science. A landmark trial from the University of Exeter found that dietary nitrate from beetroot improved blood flow to muscle tissue in adults over 65 by 38% and reduced the oxygen cost of physical activity by 19%. Your protocol: half a cup of roasted beetroot or 70 milliliters of pure beetroot juice, no added sugar, 4 to 5 times per week. Roast at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes with olive oil.
Never boil. Boiling leaches nitrates into the water by 50%. Consume 90 minutes before any physical activity, even a gentle walk. Nitric oxide peaks at the 90-minute mark. The synergy pairing: vitamin C. A small glass of orange juice or a handful of strawberries at the same meal enhances nitrate to nitric oxide conversion by up to 25%. Number 4 is spinach, but not for the reason you think. Spinach contains a compound called ecdysterone, specifically a molecule called 20-hydroxyecdysone. This is a plant steroid. Let me be clear, it is not an anabolic steroid. It is a naturally occurring compound that binds to receptors in your muscle cells and activates the PI3K/AKT pathway, the biological switch that tells your muscles to grow instead of break down. The science. A 2021 study from the University of Vienna found that adults over 65 who ate spinach at least 5 times weekly showed 23% greater preservation of type 2 muscle fibers, the fast twitch fibers responsible for balance, speed, and fall prevention. After 75, type 2 fiber loss accelerates dramatically. These are the fibers that keep you from falling. Your protocol: 2 cups of fresh or 1 cup of cooked spinach 5+ times per week. Lightly saute. Do not boil. Boiling destroys ecdysterone. The synergy pairing: healthy fat. A teaspoon of olive oil, half an avocado, or pine nuts. Ecdysterone is fat soluble. Without fat, your gut absorbs almost nothing. Number 3 will surprise you. It's the sweet potato. After 70, your mitochondrial function, the energy generators inside every muscle cell, declines by approximately 40%.
Building muscle is enormously energy intensive. If your mitochondria are running on half power, your muscles simply cannot complete their repair cycles. Sweet potato contains a remarkable concentration of beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. Vitamin A is a critical regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis, the process of building new power plants inside your aging muscle cells. The science? Research from the Salk Institute found that vitamin A signaling directly activates PGC1 alpha, the master regulator of mitochondrial production in muscle tissue. Your protocol: one medium sweet potato, 4 times per week.
Critical tip: cook your sweet potato, refrigerate it overnight, and eat it cold or reheated. This cooling process converts digestible starch into resistant starch, doubling its gut healing benefit. The synergy pairing: vitamin D, a piece of salmon, sardines, or a supplement. Vitamins A and D work as a biological partnership. Without D, A's mitochondrial stimulation is only partially effective. Number 2 is broccoli, but the way you are preparing it is destroying the exact compound that makes it powerful. Broccoli contains sulforaphane. This compound directly inhibits a protein called myostatin. Myostatin is your muscle's natural brake pedal. In young bodies, it keeps growth balanced.
In aging bodies, myostatin becomes chronically overactive, pressing that brake pedal harder and harder, suppressing your ability to build muscle regardless of how much protein you eat. The science. Research from Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine found that sulforaphane suppressed myostatin activity in muscle tissue by up to 34% in clinical observation. Your protocol: 1 to 1.5 cups of broccoli 5 times per week.
Here is the instruction that changes everything. Chop your broccoli and let it sit at room temperature for 40 minutes before cooking. This allows the myrosinase enzyme to fully activate the sulforaphane before heat destroys it. After 40 minutes, steam for no more than 3 to 4 minutes. Boiling or roasting without the pre-chop rest produces almost zero sulforaphane. The synergy pairing: a small sprinkle of mustard seed powder over your cooked broccoli. Mustard seeds contain additional myrosinase enzyme, boosting sulforaphane yield by up to 400%. And now, number 1, the vegetable from the Karolinska Institute research, the one you didn't expect: beet greens, the leafy tops of the beetroot plant that most people throw in the compost bin. Beet greens are not beetroot.
They are nutritionally distinct, and they contain one of the highest concentrations of betaine, trimethylglycine, found in any vegetable on Earth. Here is what betaine does. It donates methyl groups to a process called methylation. The software updates your muscle cell DNA needs to keep functioning correctly. But here's the most important part. After 70, your satellite cell activation efficiency drops by up to 60%. Satellite cells are the stem cells of your muscles. They are the repair crew that activates after physical stress to regenerate muscle fibers. When aging puts that repair crew to sleep, your muscles stop responding to exercise and protein. Betaine wakes them back up.
The science. The Karolinska Institute research found that betaine intake in adults over 65 was directly correlated with preservation of satellite cell function. A study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that adults consuming 2.5 grams of betaine daily showed 25% greater improvement in muscle endurance over 6 weeks. Your protocol: 1 to 1.5 cups of cooked beet greens 4 to 5 times weekly. Saute in olive oil with 2 cloves of garlic for 4 to 5 minutes. Garlic contains allicin, which reduces cortisol-driven muscle breakdown. The synergy pairing: any small protein source at the same meal, a tablespoon of tahini or a hard-boiled egg. Betaine's methylation support works most efficiently when amino acids are simultaneously available in the bloodstream. If you can't find beet greens at your grocery store, ask at any farmer's market.
Beets are almost always sold with greens attached, and sellers often discard them. That discarded vegetable is one of the most powerful anti-sarcopenic foods available to a human body over 60.
Let me tell you about my patient Constance, 71 years old, from Sacramento. She was experiencing increasing difficulty with balance and a fear of falling that had caused her to withdraw from social activities. We added cooked spinach with olive oil to her dinner 5 nights per week, alongside the other vegetables on this list. At her 4-month reassessment, her balance score on the Berg Balance Scale, a clinical tool that measures fall risk, had improved by 31%. She told me she attended her granddaughter's outdoor birthday party and stood on uneven grass without holding anyone's arm for the first time in 2 years. That is what vegetables, prepared correctly, look like in a real human life. Here is what I need you to understand. The 5 vegetables I've described address 5 separate biological mechanisms. Beetroot, vascular delivery. Spinach, anabolic signaling. Sweet potato, mitochondrial decline and gut integrity. Broccoli, myostatin suppression. Beet greens, satellite cell activation. It is not too late at 65. It is not too late at 72. It is not too late at 80. The research does not put an expiration date on the human body's ability to respond to the right inputs. Your muscles are still listening. Give them a reason to respond. Subscribe to this channel, share this video with every person over 60 in your life who deserves this information, and tell me in the comments which of these 5 vegetables surprised you most, and which one are you adding to your plate this week? I read every comment. I'm here, and I am absolutely certain that your strongest chapter is not behind you. All studies referenced today from Tufts, Exeter, Vienna, Johns Hopkins, and Karolinska are linked in the description below. Read them, print them, bring them to your doctor.